A lot of money heading your way today. You have to stick around to see this because it could truly change the way you see the animals around you. We are on the verge of a new era of doggy communications. We're talking to a guy that developed a device that reads your pet's brain and then translates it into English. Did you see that movie Up, where you could hear what the dog was saying? We've got that. You've got to see this. It's time for a little fun with spare change. You may want to save up for this one. How much money would you pay to hear your dog talk? Believe it or not, soon you'll be able to buy a dog translator called appropriately No More Woof. It actually scans the dog's brainwaves to detect what it's thinking, and then it outputs a phrase in English. It is quite literally a dog-to-English translator. And Per Cromwell is the founder. How does it work?
Well, basically, it's kind of it's basic stuff. We measure the brain activity of the dog, and from microcomputing and EEG sensors, we're able to find different patterns, and then we translate that into English.
So far, you have identified 3 key phrases. I'm tired, I'm excited, and who are you? I feel like,
yes,
those
exactly.
are kind
and
of
who
layups.
are you basically could say that's basically if the dog is curious or not.
Right.
So who are you could also be what is that.
But
so
Per,
it's
that seems like a little bit of a layup. I mean, those are pretty obvious. When the dog says I'm tired, it's sort of laying there like it's limp. You know, when they're excited, they're jumping up and down. And when they're saying who are you, they're sort of sniffing you to figure out who the heck you are. Are those too obvious?
If they are what?
Are they too obvious?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I think just like to hear the dog speak is like a major leap forward. And I must stress that this is like a prototype and we're very much like on a research stage of this. But we hope to be able to start with this to identify more thought patterns and to map more of the brain activity to be able to add more phrases to this. We're actually working on I'm hungry as well, which I think is maybe a very good thing to know.
I mean, you want to go down the lane of what's really obvious is when your dog is starving and looking for food. I think they'd be saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. You might turn the little box off if that's actually what if it was capable of saying that.
Yeah, we might add a remote with a mute button if that turns out, yeah.
I understand in the long run what you really want to do is have two-way communication. You're working on being able to talk back to the dog in its language. How would you do that?
Yes, how would you do that? It's that's like really difficult, I would say. What we're actually doing now is like we're basically focusing on trying to map the brain waves of the dog and try to make the No More Woof work. And like the two-way communication, I think that's too far ahead to actually say anything about that. It would be a beauty if we could make it work, but right now we're not really.
And you know, one of the reasons why we found you is because you're on Indiegogo, raising money, of course, like everyone else. You had a price target out there. You were trying to raise $10,000. You're way over that. You're up close to $20,000 now. I see 18,402. Are people who bought in, are they getting an early sample of the product? I mean, are they going to be getting one?
Yeah, sure. The No More Woof Micro is like a very basic version where you can basically try it out, see a little bit like how it works. Then we have like a standard edition with like a little bit more functionality added to it. But both these products are working prototypes, so to speak, so they're not really manufactured.
You're going to have to send us one so we can try it out here on the set, because I'm sure we just sold a whole bunch of them for you. So, Per, we want to try it out on the set.
I will send them.
Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it, and good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, coming up, can you imagine that? I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. That's all the dog would ever say.